Okay, a few problems dealing with area of rectangles, squares, parallelograms, triangles, trapezoids, and so forth. Uh, First problem. Now the formulas are given to you before I get started. Area of a rectangle or parallelogram, or technically for a square, is the area equals the base, which can be any side, times the height, which has to be a segment perpendicular to the base. So in this case, the distance from B to C is equal to 6, distance from A to C is equal to 10. So in order to get started, we need to know the base. So the base is one of these sides of the triangle, so we might as well call this the base. Because opposite sides are equal, you have a couple of right triangles you can look at, and we'll solve for x, so the base, by using the Pythagorean theorem. So we'll say 6 squared plus x squared equals 10 squared. Now if you recognize that as a 3, 4, 5 triangle, and you know x is equal to 8, that's fine. If you don't, you just keep doing the work. You have 36 plus x squared equals 100. You subtract 36 from each side of the equation, that gives you x squared equals 64. So x equals the square root of 64, which is equal to 8. So we'll shrink that work down, and we'll say the base is equal to 8. So the area equals the base times the height. The height has to be perpendicular to the base. So this 6 can be the base if this 8 is the height, or technically it could be the other way around. In any case, 6 times 8, the area is equal to 48. For the next problem, working backwards, the area of a square is equal to side squared or base times height, either way. And if you have the area given, you say it equals the base, which is x, times the height, which is x, and all the sides are of length x. So AB, the answer to the question is x. So we have x times x equals 200. So if 200 equals x squared, x equals the square root of 200, which for the exam you can use an approximation and get 14 point something. But what I'd rather you do is write it in simplified radical form. 100 times 2 equals 200, so we write the square root of 200 as the square root of 100 times square root of 2. Square root of 100 is equal to 10, so we get 10 times square root of 2 for that answer. For the area of a triangle, formula is given 1/2 times the base times the height. So it's 1/2 times the base, which can be any side, so we might as well take the 12 at the bottom, times the corresponding height. The height is the length of this segment coming straight down the middle of the triangle. Divides the triangle into two congruent triangles, so that two segments at the bottom are both equal to 6. We can solve for x by using the Pythagorean theorem, or if you recognize that it's a 30-69 triangle, the shorter leg times the square root of 3 gives you the longer leg, which is x, or the height, which in this case is 6 times square root of 3. You take that value and you plug it in for the height, and you simplify. You can simplify in this case quite a few different ways. You could say 2 goes into 12 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. You get 36 times the square root of 3 for that answer. For the next problem, a parallelogram. Formula is the area equals the base times the height. The base and the height have to be perpendicular to each other. So if the segment at the top is equal to 10, the segment at the bottom is equal to 10. In any case, that's the base. The height has to be perpendicular to it, so therefore that's segment AE, the dotted blue line. In this case, so you have 9 times 10. The area is equal to 90.